Right, today it's a bit of a recap really. I've got at least another one video about ready to go, possibly two depending how long I talk for. We'll add a circle and then we'll press T and we'll fill it again with an N-gon. We'll increase the size just to make a model for later on. We'll press 1 to go into front view, and then Tab to go into edit, and E to extrude. We'll extrude up and then press Z to just constrain it to the Z axis. So I'm a bit croaky today, I don't know what's the matter. Must be man flu. Starting. Alright. What am I doing? To go into object mode by pressing Tab and then smooth it, and we'll come across, add a modifier, and it'll be an edge split. There we go. I'm not too bothered about the sides being a bit choppy because you won't be able to see with this. Right, we'll add a mesh. We'll add a icosphere, and press N, and we'll go right to the top, and we'll just move it up on the Z axis 5 Blender units. In Blender you can actually set this to imperial or metric, but I just use the Blender units. Anything that requires measurements I use FreeCAD. Add another one, and we'll have a cylinder this time. We'll change the fill to nothing. Radius, we'll just bang that up a little bit so in a later video the icosphere will go through the middle of it. And we'll increase the height a little bit. Only really putting these three things in so we can put 3 different materials on. We'll add a modifier and it'll be solidify. We'll just bang that up to about 0.2, something like that. Apply that, we'll smooth it. It all goes funny, so we'll add another modifier and again edge split. Just thinking what I'm doing now. I'll zoom out, move this down, so shift and middle mouse, that's press middle mouse, not scroll. We'll open a new window, we'll make this into a node editor. And start putting some materials on, so use nodes. And we'll go to the materials here because I don't think I've shown you this. We'll select new. We've selected the cylinder. And now we want to select the shaders button because it's on scene at the moment, which is for compositing. There we go. Get rid of the diffuse. And we'll add a principal shader. Or principled it's called. And as soon as we plug that in, you'll see it's also on the right hand side. It's just a duplicate of it. You may find it easier to work in there, especially if you've got a lot of nodes and they're all crammed up. We'll have that blue, and we'll have it metallic. Select the icosphere, and click New there, or New across on the right, it makes no difference. We'll add principal shader again. We'll go down here, make this green. Icospheres always seem to be green with me, and don't know why. Again, metallic. And I am croaky. We'll put some clear coat on this one as well. It does tend to dull it off a little bit, but you'll be able to see the difference between the two. Select the circle, or disc as it is now. And this one will just mirror. So add, shader, glossy. Come on, Adrian, what are you doing? And then roughness, we'll make this. I've been playing with this. I was using sort of 0.1 before. 0.02 seems to give a slightly better result. And the light blue colour sort of makes it a steel sort of look. I don't know whether steel is light blue. I've never thought of it as such, but seems to work fine. Now in the world we're not going to do anything this time except make it totally black. So we just pull that down. So RGBs are all 0, 0, 0. And we'll add a sun lamp. And that's lurking there. There it is. Pull it up a bit. Rotate it until it just catches somewhere there. That's fine. And then we'll increase the strength. Sun lamps, 3 to 5, something like that. So it's at 1, it's chucking some light. That's about it, really. Too much, it's blowing out. About 5, something like that. So just not blowing out there. Well, not at the moment, anyway. Shift right click to select them all. Then rotate by pressing R, Y, just tilt it over a bit. You see the white at the bottom, that's reflecting off the metal disc at the bottom of the, it's sort of lined up with the sun now. So there's the cylinder, and then the cylinder doesn't actually chop out a hole in the mirrored disc, so that's what you're seeing at the bottom of the icosphere. And this is just a little bit of video of it wandering about.